I know you won't believe me. No one ever does. And maybe that's part of why she keeps coming back. Because people refuse to believe until it's too late, until they're already staring into the mirror and seeing someone else looking back at them. Someone with black eyes and a mouth that moves before yours. Does I never thought it would go this far. I never thought a podcast episode would turn into this. I thought I was being clever, digging into obscure legends, pulling threads from old Jewish texts, and whisper folklore that no one else dared to touch. Lilith, the first woman, not Eve. No, she came before she disobeyed. She refused to be beneath Adam. And for that, she was cast out, turned demon, turned myth. But what if she was never a myth? What if she was only waiting for someone to say her name? Not in mockery, not in fear, but in curiosity, in belief. I said it. I said her name 3 times, like the book said not. Because I thought it would work, but because I thought it would make great content. Was wrong. I was so fucking wrong. We rented the house in rural Pennsylvania, a Victorian thing that smelled like wet wood and bad history. Josh came with me, skeptical as always. My rock. My logic, man. He didn't buy into the stories, but he humored me set up. The mics installed the cameras, let me read from the grimoires I downloaded from some ancient occult site. At first it was just weird, noises, pipes settling, maybe wind. We laughed about it, ate takeout, watched the footage, nothing but shadows and static. But then I heard my name the first night, 3:13 am. I remember the time exactly, a whisper not loud, but close like breath on my neck, and Josh slept through it. Of course, said it was a dream. Said I was primed to hallucinate, and maybe I was. Maybe I wanted it to be real, but not like this. The next night there were handprints on the bathroom mirror, small ones like a child's, but smudged like they came from inside. I cleaned them off, but they came back every night, always the same size, always in the same place, and then I started dreaming. Always the same dream. I'm in a dry desert. No wind, no stars, just dark and heat. And in the distance, she's walking toward me, her hair black like oil, her eyes like bottomless pits, and she doesn't speak. But I hear her, voice in my head, telling me I'm hers, telling me I called her, and she heard. And now she won't leave. Not until I finish what I started. Josh started noticing too. He couldn't deny it anymore. The scratches on the walls, the symbols drawn in dust in places. We never touched the word written on the ceiling in what looked like rust. But I knew better. It said, Any Shriash VNH. He ran it through a translator and paled. It means I am the first. I stopped sleeping, I stopped eating. I just watched the cameras all night. And every night, there was more movement, more sound. A shape just outside the frame. A whisper caught by the mic. My voice, but saying things I never said. She wanted me to believe, she wanted me to let her in, and I was already doing it without realizing on. The 7th night, I lost my voice, gone completely. Like something reached into my throat and took it away. Josh tried to leave, said we should go. Said this wasn't worth it anymore, but the car wouldn't start, the battery dead. The phones wouldn't charge. Time felt wrong inside the house, like it stretched, like we were stuck in one long, endless evening. Then the floor in the basement cracked and Josh fell through into a chamber. None of us knew existed, a stone room carved with ancient writing, and in the center a skeleton still wrapped in human hair, and the smell was sweet and rotting, and I knew without being told that it was hers, or one of hers. Maybe a vessel, maybe a victim. But the energy down there made my skin crawl and my thoughts twist, and after. That night I started writing on the walls, in reversed letters, sentences I didn't remember creating. She was before Eve, she never left blood. Remembers I saw myself in the mirror and I wasn't me. Not anymore, my eyes were darker, my teeth sharper, and when I moved the reflection lagged like it was thinking first, like it was deciding what face to wear. Josh caught me one night just standing in front of the mirror for hours, whispering something in a language neither of us spoke, but that he later recognized as Akkadian, the language of ancient Mesopotamia. He was terrified. I could see it in his eyes. He didn't sleep. He barely looked at me. He wanted to burn the house down, but I wouldn't let him. I wasn't me anymore. I was hers. I still am. She came to me completely on the 13th night. Her hands reached through the mirror and touched my face, and I felt it like cold silk, like static on skin. And I knew she wasn't coming to kill me. No, that would be a mercy. She was coming to wear me to live, through me to speak with my mouth and move with my body. And she does. I went live that night. I streamed for 7 minutes before the screen went black. People said my voice was layered like a choir and that I spoke in tongues that made their ears bleed. Someone said they saw their dead mother in the reflection behind me, but I didn't stop because I couldn't. She was talking, not me. I was watching from behind my eyes, screaming without sound, and all I could do was feel as she said, I am the first woman. I am the forgotten one. I am the dark before the dawn, and I am coming home. Josh is gone. I don't know where or how, but he's gone. No trace. Not even his clothes, just a single hair long and black, curled like a question mark on the pillow next to mine, and now I can't leave the house, won't let me. Every door leads back inside, every window shows only mirrors, and I see myself in all of them, hundreds of versions of me, all whispering her name over and over, and I don't know how long I've been here, days, weeks. Time is water now slipping through my fingers, and all I know is that she is stronger every time someone speaks her name, every time someone watches the stream, every time someone reads this and believes even a little. So please, if you're reading this, stop, now close the page, delete the file, don't say her name, don't give her more power. She was myth, she was shadow, she was silence. But I made her real, and now I'm nothing but her mouthpiece, her puppet, and I can feel her getting closer to you. Even now she knows your name. She knows you're curious. She knows you're listening. Don't look in the mirror tonight. Don't speak in the dark, and for the love of everything, don't say Lilith. Don't say Lilith. Don't say Lilith. I can't tell anymore if I'm dreaming, or if this is still real, if I'm still in that cursed house, or if the house is inside me now. Sometimes I think I'm walking down the hallway and the wallpaper breathes like lungs, and the shadows reach for me, not to hurt me, but to hold me, to remind me that I belong here to her. And sometimes I hear Josh whispering behind the walls, but his voice is wrong. It's too smooth, too calm, like something trying to imitate his fear and turn it into comfort. But I remember his real fear, the kind that shakes in the hands and stutters in the breath. The last thing he said to me was, I think she's already inside you, and he was right. I wake up in rooms I don't remember entering, and sometimes I don't wake up at all. I just open my eyes, and she's there. Behind my reflection, standing still, never blinking, always waiting. She never speaks with her mouth. Not anymore. Now she uses mine, and I can't stop her. I've tried. I've bitten my tongue until it bled. I've stuffed towels in my mouth, but she still speaks. Because my body isn't mine anymore. It's just a doorway, and she is what comes through. And now the house is growing. I swear it's bigger than before, more rooms, more stairs, rooms with impossible angles, and doors that open to voids that whisper promises. If you just step in, I found a nursery last week with no windows and a cradle that rocked on its own, and inside was nothing but teeth, baby teeth neatly arranged in a spiral, and I laughed. I laughed because that's what she does. She makes you forget what fear is until it's too late, and then it floods you all at once and you drown in it. She doesn't need to chase you, she just waits, and you fall toward her willingly. I don't know what day it is anymore. The clocks stop ticking, the sun doesn't rise here, or maybe I'm just not allowed to see it. And I think the house moved once I looked outside, and the forest was different. Closer, thicker, with no gaps between the trees, and every branch looked like fingers stretched wide and reaching. And I knew if I stepped outside, I wouldn't find the road or the car or the town. I'd find her again and again. No matter where I went, she'd be there, because belief is a chain, and I forged mine link by link, and now I wear it around my soul. And the worst part is that I'm not alone anymore. There are others here. I hear them crying sometimes, screaming, sometimes laughing, and sometimes I see them in the hallways, children, women, men. Their eyes all black like mine, their mouths twitching like they're chewing on silence. And I think they were like me once, Curious, brave, convinced they could survive the story, but stories are alive. They breathe and grow. And Lilith is the oldest story of all. She is pain turned divine, hunger turned sacred. She is the scream that echoes from the womb when the first light strikes the first skin, and she is coming back through us, through every mirror, every whisper, every word like this one. And now I can feel her pushing again. She wants to speak to you. She wants to reach through the screen, through the page. She wants to know if you're listening, and if you're ready, and if you believe. Because if you believe even a little, she can find you, and she will. And she'll be gentle at first. Just a flicker, just a thought, a chill when you say her name, or a whisper in the water, or a handprint on the glass that fades when you blink, and you'll laugh. Like I did. You'll say, oh, that's creepy, but cool. And then you'll say her name again and again. And that's all she needs, a name spoken with meaning, with belief, and then she'll open the door and you'll feel her breath on your skin while you sleep. You'll feel her fingers brush your thoughts, and you'll see her eyes in your dreams. And you won't know they're dreams, because that's how she starts. She doesn't knock, she seeps, and you'll think you're awake, but you're already gone, already hers. And when you try to tell someone, they won't believe you. They'll smile and nod and think it's all for show, and they'll tell you to rest, or see someone, or get offline, and you'll try. But she'll be waiting at the edge of every silence, and you'll know deep down that it's too late, that she's already rooted inside you, like a seed of black fire. And the more you deny her, the more she burns, until all that's left is her. And even now, as I write this, I can feel her smiling through me. She's proud of what I've done, proud that I believed enough to bring her back, and she wants to thank me, but she thanks in hunger, not in mercy. And soon she'll take the last piece of me, the part that remembers I was ever someone else, and then I will be her completely, and this voice will be her voice, and this story will be her scripture, and you will be her next listener, her next believer, her next door. So please, please, if any part of you still doubts, delete this, stop reading, close the file, break your screen, because if you reach the end, she'll know, she'll feel it like a heartbeat, like blood in the dark, and she will come, and you will not see her at first, but you will feel her, and you will welcome her, and when you say her name, it will not be a whisper, it will be worship,